Hello, this is Ron with Rising Sun Properties. Today we're going to southern Osaka near the airport. There is a big Aeon mall and an outlet mall there with tons of shopping, grocery stores, everything you need. If you have a car, it's a lot easier to get there, probably 10-15 minutes by car. Here's the area I'm going to. You can see the airport there on the north side. If you ever drive in Japan, be careful of these gutters. They're quite big and dangerous. Here's the first property. I actually saw two properties I'm not able to show today because the owners were still living in it. This one is built in 1993, 10.8 million, 2 stories, 4 LDK. You can see it's in this cul-de-sac kind of there in the corner, about a 13-minute walk to the nearest bus station. Because it is outside of any city center, it's quite large and has this large porch and yard area, which you don't really find in Japan a lot. It does have 2 toilets as well. Not a lot of work needed on this property, but it is, has that 90s feel for here in Japan. Quite spacious inside. All the shutters are shut up. I was kind of in a hurry because I showed 5 properties, I think, on this day. But there is going to be a lot of more natural light coming through. You can see the sunroof there. This is the Japanese tatami room. It was a rainy day, so the camera's a little fogged up there. But you can see the light coming in through the window. Shutters are shut there. I apologize for not opening them. Your basic kind of Japanese style room. There's a place for the aircon, and that is a 200 volt plug-in. There's 100 volt and 200 volt. 200 volt can handle a bigger air conditioner that will cool a bigger area. So something to look at when you are looking at properties. Here's the kitchen with the heat induction stove. The storage underneath the stairs. Here's the first toilet by the entranceway. It's where your washing machine would go and sink. And here's the bathtub, It is a little bit dated, as you can see, but quite large and basically ready to use as soon as you move in. Back patio, you can see the yard. It's covered now just to control the growth. Up to the second floor. Again, all the shutters are shut, but there's a lot more natural light that will be coming into this property. Up the stairs to the right is the second toilet. Here's a bedroom to the right of the stairs. Again, place for your aircon. It's 100 volt. It's not a large room, so you don't need a large aircon. Wood floors with a closet. Down the hallway, there's 2 more bedrooms on the right. Here's the first one. Again, Western style, if you will, with the wooden floors. Closet space in the hallway and extra storage here at the end of the hallway. Almost another room. And the tatami room at the end of the hallway. There's a balcony there. You would need to purchase aircons in this property. And actually close to this property there was this temple. So, I had a little bit of time and wanted to stop by, just check it out while I'm here. Why not? It's a perk about the job and living in Japan. Didn't even know this thing existed, but here it was. Not sure what this is exactly. Maybe somebody else does, but I spun it and probably got loads of luck doing it. Said a couple prayers, bought a couple charms, met the monks there. They're very nice. This is amezake. It's a sweet sake. It's not really sake though, but it's just a warm, sweet, supposed to be good for your body. Warm you up on a cold day like it was today. The second home's here by this harbor, about 10 minutes from that location, right on the corner. 9.9 million, built in 1983, 2-story, 5DK, 82 square meters. It's a 10-minute walk to the nearest train station. Did have a bit of an older feel to it and definitely needs some touch-up work inside. I think they're using it for storage and office space for their business. Pretty quiet little neighborhood. Here is the entranceway. To the right is a Japanese style room. You can see the place where there's an air con. You would need to install it, but the hole's there and electricity is ready to go. Here's your living room. Probably use that as a living room, and another back room, kind of dining living. A friend and I were talking about LDKs and what it means. It's, pretty subjective. You basically use the rooms for whatever you want. Usually you don't have your dining room on a tatami mat, but it's kind of an awkward setup if you're using it some other way, but there's a bedroom in the back there. Here's the kitchen, wooden floors, storage on the side there you can see. Did have these 3 gas burners. However, it looked to be a little bit broken, the burner, so that would probably need to be replaced. This whole unit there, you can see it's missing a couple pieces. But overall, not horrible condition. Again, this is just there. I'm not sure if it would come with the property. Those are things we have to check if you're wanting to purchase. Back patio. This goes out to the street. The entrance is around to the left there. Storage shed, pretty old, but it's there. It's covered on the back. And a little bit of storage underneath the house. Here is the toilet. If you installed air cons and got the kitchen fixed, it's basically ready to move into. There's a kind of baby blue. Not as baby blue as you see in some of the older homes, but it does look dated. Might want to be updated. Place for your washing machine and bathtub, again, has been renewed in the last 15-20 years, but it has a little bit of a dated feel. And it does have the electronic controls for automatic fill and automatic reheating, which is nice. There's looking back down to the stairs. And a room here to the left. Japanese tatami style room. You can see the place for the aircon. Tatami mats weren't in bad condition. You might want to get them replaced. I did see a website. Someone asked me before where a website is for 7,000 yen tatami mats. Actually found a website that has 3,500 yen tatami mats. I can show you where that website is if you're curious. You do get what you pay for. But tatami mats, walls, stuff like that might need to be updated or replaced. Not a huge issue, but it is work. Again, here's some storage on the inside that their business has. Not sure what's up with that, but probably be removed if you were to purchase this property. Here's the upstairs balcony. Lots of space that is covered for hanging your clothes. And those are the 2 properties, and here's the drive past the that temple I was at. So those are a couple properties south of Osaka near the airport. If you want to be close and be able to get to the airport quite quickly, it's about 45 minutes into downtown Osaka, so not completely out of the way. If you have any interest in these properties or any others, please do contact me. We are a licensed real estate agent here in Japan and be happy to assist you with your purchase. Thank you very much and have a great day.